billion Catholics worldwide, they will be celebrating Easter on this Sunday. And for the first time in nearly 2 years, the doors of St. Patrick's Cathedral, they are open for Holy Week Masses. A live look right now at the majestic cathedral along Fifth Avenue. And while things are not fully back to normal just yet, Cardinal Timothy Dolan joins us this morning with what we can expect if we want to attend Mass this week. And a Mass that we are broadcasting, by the way, right here on Pix 11. Good morning to you, Cardinal. Good to see you again.
Hey, Dan, the blessings of Good Friday and Holy Saturday and Easter Sunday. I appreciate the invitation to be on. And we also appreciate, boy, Pix 11 has been so loyal to this community in broadcasting, midnight Mass at Christmas and our Sunday morning Mass from St. Patrick's at 10 a.m. Thank you for that. There's hundreds of thousands of people who are grateful to you. Thanks.
Well, there is such a need for it, right? A need and a desire. People turning to their faith, especially with what's been going on the past year and a couple of months, right? So let me talk to you, Cardinal, about what you've been doing, because you've taken a whole lot of precautions in order to hold Easter Mass this Sunday. How many people actually allowed in the cathedral, and how are you ensuring their safety?
We got a leg up here, Dan, at St. Patrick's because it's so big. We can hold 2,000 people.
Wow.
So attentive as we are to the laudable and understandable safety precautions, we can let half of the church in. So that's 1,000 people, and that's not bad. There's other people who might gather outside. We'll see that they receive Holy Communion and feel part of the community. But I'll tell you this, Dan, my good God, what great news compared to last year. Remember?
Yeah, seriously.
The cathedral was literally empty. We couldn't open the doors because of the terrible raging pandemic. And this year, even though we're only half full, and even though we may have to turn some people away, boy, oh boy, at least the folks are there. Hallelujah.
Yeah.
Let me anticipate Easter and say hallelujah.
You know, 2,000 people, that's a great number, 50%, right, in terms of access. How do people get that access? Is it first come, first serve? Are you anticipating a full 2,000?
Yeah, we don't like to do that because everybody's welcome in the cathedral all the time. But to help them, we have ticketed the Mass so that at least people won't be disappointed. So we've got 1,000 people with tickets already. We're sure other people are going to come. We'll put some chairs along the side at the safe distancing and the masks in the hands of all. We're kind of pros at that by now. We'll probably get a little bit more, but the people, at least those 1,000 people, know they're getting in.
Yeah, that's a good way to do it, right? So it's not this mad rush the last minute. You know, Cardinal, you've been holding Masses this holy season. There were ashes on Ash Wednesday, right? We had you here that day. Palms on Palm Sunday, starting the holiest week in the Catholic calendar. Have you noticed that people are coming back, or do you think that people may be adjusting now to kind of this virtual way of watching Mass?
That's a fear of ours, to be honest with you, Dan. We don't want to, as grateful as we are to Pix 11 and the others who are helping us get the sacred liturgy out, we don't want them to become dependent upon you, okay? We want them back, and they want to come back. So, but what we hear, and my priests will tell me this, Dan, as I check in with the priest, since Ash Wednesday, they have seen an increase of people coming back. And Palm Sunday was particularly heavy, for which we're very grateful.
Yeah.
Last night we had Holy Thursday, and I would say close to half the cathedral was filled, which is very good. We're seeing more of an increase, Dan, in the outer boroughs and in the upper suburbs. Why? Because here at St. Patrick's, we depend on the business and the tourists, and those are down. So, but in the other parishes out there, they're seeing people coming back, thanks be to God.
Yeah, and it's not just about the collection. I know you really just thrive off of people being there.
Well, thanks for bringing that up.
Well, you know, it couldn't hurt, right? Can't hurt. You know, so much has happened in the past year, and I asked you last year during our Easter conversation, Cardinal, what your Easter message was going to be. We're at a different point now, seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, so to say. So what is your Easter message this year?
Well, you know, Dan, the Easter message has been the same since 33 AD, when Jesus died on the cross and rose from the dead that first Easter. But it has particular poignancy this year because we've gone through a long Good Friday, You know, Good Friday, you're interviewing me on Good Friday. The earth was darkened.
Yeah.
The sun hid itself in shame. The earth trembled with sorrow, with an earthquake. Goodness itself died on the cross. That's a lot of fear, a lot of sadness, a lot of death, a lot of evil. All right, Good Friday. We've had that in this country, on this planet, in our beloved community for a year now. And then Easter Sunday, of course, by God's transformational grace, that was all changed.
Yeah.
Evil became good, despair became hope, darkness became light, death became life. We need Easter, all right? We need Easter. And I think that transformation from Good Friday to Easter Sunday is going to be particularly appreciated
Yeah.
this year. I've been teasing, you're familiar with that musical Mame. We need a little Christmas right this
Right.
very moment. We need a little Easter right
Yeah,
this very
seriously.
moment.
You know, my Catholic faith and my Catholic education is going to come out right now because the Gospel of John talks a lot about light and darkness. So how do you get people to see the light in so much darkness?
Yeah, I'm glad you brought this up. Our friend Byron, who just gave us that dismal weather forecast for Friday, he said, hey, today's going to be dark. It's going to be very cold. It's going to be very dreary.
Yeah.
That's winter. Okay, we're going to transform. Then he gave us the good news that, hey, guess what? On Easter Sunday, it's going to be sunny. It's going to be warm. It's going to be refreshing. That's spring. Now, we are hardwired, we human beings, for spring, for life, for goodness, for hope. Sometimes that's dulled down, like with a long winter, like we've just had with the COVID. But people are receptive to that hope. You know, Dan, sometimes people are blunt with me to say, Cardinal Dolan, I really worry that my faith is grown weak.
Right.
And I'll say to them, what about your hope?
Yeah.
And they'll say, oh no, I still have a lot of hope. I'm still grateful for life and still dreaming about the future. Well, we're hardwired for hope, Dan.
Yeah.
Easter is all about hope. And people know that deep down. And Easter brings that out in us.
Yeah, and hope is eternal, right? Cardinal, we're out of time here. I do want to get in one quick question. You were in the Bronx yesterday. Was that you trying to sneak into Yankee Stadium?
I was invited, Dan, and I appreciated it. It may not have been appropriate on Holy Thursday for me to be drinking a beer and eating a hot dog. So I'm probably going to go next week, and I'm going to, please God, I'm going to be at opening day for the Mets. You talk about hope. So.
Well, you know, they couldn't even get their game in yesterday. Maybe one day we'll see you throw out the first pitch. I know you got one heck of an arm.
God willing, there you are. All right.
There you go. Cardinal Dolan, thank you for being here, and a blessed and happy Easter to you on Sunday.
See you Sunday morning, Dan. A blessed Holy Week and Easter to everybody.
Thank you. And I know you're going home to see your mother, so have a safe trip to see your mom, all right?
You bet.
8:24. Remember, if you can't make it to St. Patrick's Cathedral, everybody, you can always watch Easter Sunday Mass here on New York's very own Pix 11. Services begin at 10 a.m.